Welcome to the walkthrough of SmartSuite's Cyber Risk Institute compliance solution. My name is Preston Gillum, and I am a GRC product manager here at SmartSuite. I focus on building and refining solutions that help organizations strengthen their GRC, ITSM, cyber, and BCP programs. Today, we'll take a look at how SmartSuite helps organizations operationalize the CRI framework, covering everything from assessing diagnostic statements, collecting and reusing evidence, and mapping controls, to aligning policies and frameworks. You'll also see how automation and AI accelerate the process, helping you move from static documentation to a living, auditable compliance program. This diagram shows how SmartSuite's CRI compliance solution connects all parts of your program in one system. At the center are the CRI profile references. These are the diagnostic statements that link to frameworks. On the left, you see how these tie directly into policies and control standards, creating a live connection between CRI requirements and your internal framework. On the right, the assessment, evidence, and exception tables operationalize those requirements, so you can evaluate, document, and manage compliance in one place. Now we will jump into the demonstration. I've just logged in and landed on SmartSuite's home screen, where I'm authenticated as an account administrator. Here in the middle, you can see each of the categories that represent different suite areas, such as GRC, ITSM, cybersecurity, and BCP, all designed to work independently or together. Today we're focusing on the CRI compliance, but you'll notice how seamlessly this connects to the rest of the suites. For example, the diagnostic statements can link directly to your internal control standards, which is in compliance libraries, and your policies and policy management. This ensures alignment across frameworks and makes it easy to follow the Ask Once, Comply Many approach, which we'll demonstrate through the walkthrough. SmartSuite supports 3 CRI configurations out of the box. The enterprise version is for higher tier financial institutions reviewing all the CRI diagnostic statements. The community version is tailored for tier 4 organizations with fewer diagnostic statements. And then the CRI maturity model, which enables CRI members to conduct scaled assessments on a 1-to-5 basis. For today's walkthrough, I'll be using the enterprise solution to demonstrate how SmartSuite can act as your single command center for managing cybersecurity resilience assessments and evidence collection. For more information on the other versions, please reach out to our GRC team. When I open the solution, you'll see everything you need to begin your CRI journey is already built in. Across the top, we have the different tables of data. First off, we have profile references, which includes every CRI diagnostic statement preloaded and organized by tier. Then we have the CRI assessments, where you can assign and track progress across teams using yes, no, partial, or a 1-to-5 scoring. We also have evidence, a centralized evidence repository for collecting, approving, and reusing artifacts. Next, the exceptions, which is to manage formal deviations or gaps, and then the frameworks and the mappings, showing how CRI statements relate to other regulatory frameworks like FFIEC CAT, NIST, and DORA. We also have impact tiering questionnaire. If your organization is wondering which tier you fall into, you can take this assessment and it'll give you that evaluation. All of this comes configured on day 1 so you can start assessing immediately and then customize it to your specific methodology as needed. Let's start in the profile reference table and take a look at these diagnostic statements. This is a card view that is giving you a quick glance into the content in each of these records. This is one way to view the diagnostic statement data. We can also see it in a grid view and choose all of the column headings like an Excel document. There are multiple view types to ensure each user can choose how to display the data for their review. Let's drill into a diagnostic statement and see the details. We are now in the record view, and everything you see here comes directly from the CRI framework. At the top, we have the statement ID, the functions, the category, the tags, and the tiers. Beneath that, you'll see the official diagnostic statement text, also the response guidance and example evidence packages that the CRI recommends for compliance. This gives you clear direction on what's expected and how to demonstrate it, so your teams aren't starting from a blank page. As we scroll down, you'll notice linkages. These blue boxes are linked records, and they represent live connections to other tables in SmartSuite, including your internal policies, controls, and regulatory responses. Each of these links is bidirectional, meaning updates in one area automatically flow throughout the system. This interconnected structure keeps your CRI data accurate, consistent, and aligned across your compliance ecosystem, laying the foundation for the test once, comply many model we'll look at later in this walkthrough. Additionally, on the Framework Mappings tab, we can see how CRI connects to other frameworks and regulations like NIST, FFIEC, and DORA. All of these linkages come from the CRI and are pre-mapped within the solution on day one. These linkages make CRI a central hub for regulatory alignment, ensuring consistency across your entire compliance environment. Next, let's talk about the assessment process. Each diagnostic statement can have one or more assessments assigned, with fields to capture the assigned user, the due date, the rationale, and the rating. Analysts can rate each statement as a yes, no, or partially compliant, or use a 1 to 5 scale with the maturity model as a CRI member. All assessments are workflow enabled, so as the responses are submitted, they can automatically route to review and approval. Notifications and due dates ensure nothing slips through the cracks, keeping everyone accountable and on schedule. One of the most powerful features of SmartSuite's CRI solution is how it handles evidence. Let's open one of these evidence records. This one, for example, is our cybersecurity and IT strategy documentation. Here you can see the details about the evidence, such as who submitted it, when it was collected, and whether it's been reviewed or approved. There's also an expiration date field, so you can automatically trigger notifications when evidence is nearing expiration, helping you stay audit ready year-round. Most importantly, this evidence can be reused across multiple diagnostic statements and assessments. So if the same document supports many statements, you collect it once, approve it once, and then links it everywhere it applies. That is an ask once, comply many model that saves enormous time and reduces administrative fatigue while still maintaining traceability and version control. As this assessment and evidence is conducted, SmartSuite has built-in collaboration and auditability. The Communication Center allows users to collaborate directly in context, leaving comments, tagging team members, or assigning action items. Even emails sent outside of the system can route back automatically and see the full history of the communication against each of these records directly within the Communication Center. Additionally, the history log captures every change, who made it, when it was made, and what the change actually was, creating a complete audit trail for internal and external reviewers. This combination of collaboration and auditability gives you full transparency into every compliance decision. Now let's take a step back and look at this all visually. Here we have the Framework Mappings dashboard. This shows all the frameworks currently mapped to the CRI diagnostic statements. At a glance, you can see how CRI statements correspond to each framework, such as NIST-CSF, FFIEC, MITRE, and so on and so forth, and where you also stand in the assessment process. If we click into one of these, let's say NIST-CSF, we can see how SmartSuite instantly displays all of the list of mapped diagnostic statements along with their current compliance ratings. Each of these widgets are drill down capable, which gives you clear visibility into the overlap, the progress, and potential gaps across your frameworks, helping your team streamline audits and reporting. SmartSuite also includes dashboards tailored to specific user roles. For example, for the profile administrator, this dashboard provides an overview of progress, how many assessments are complete, which are still pending, and where the bottlenecks may exist. You can also quickly assign unknown statements, reassign overdue ones, or drill down to specific diagnostic statements that need attention. For the responders, the experience is simplified. They log in and immediately see their assigned statements, along with the CRI response guidance, due dates, submission fields, all in one view. They can enter rationale, upload evidence, and mark the assessment complete without navigating multiple screens. In addition, SmartSuite's role-based access and record permissions ensures each user only sees what's relevant to them, which keeps the interface clean, intuitive, and secure. Now, one of the core strengths of SmartSuite's CRI solution, as mentioned throughout this demonstration, is test once, comply many capability. From any diagnostic statement, you can instantly view all the controls, policies, and framework mappings. This means that a single compliance activity, like an evidence submission or the assessment review, can satisfy multiple CRI statements, frameworks, and internal standards, and you can see that information quickly from this dashboard display. This eliminates duplication, reduces audit fatigue, and provides a 360 view of how your organization is meeting its obligations. Now let's look at how SmartSuite uses AI to assist with this control mapping. In the AI Control Mapping Center, we can automate much of the mapping process between internal controls and your CRI diagnostic statements. Here's how it works. I can select the internal control I want to map the CRI to and click this button. And then the automation reviews the control text, its description, testing procedures, and objectives, and compares it to the CRI statement library. AI then proposes the mappings and marks the status as under review so that a human reviewer can confirm, adjust, or reject the mappings before it's finalized. This keeps the human in the loop while dramatically speeding up one of the most time-consuming parts of the compliance lifecycle. Tasks that once took weeks can now be completed in hours with full governance and transparency. There are many other opportunities for AI in SmartSuite for CRI and other solutions, so check it out or reach out to our GRC team for more information. That concludes our walkthrough of SmartSuite's Cyber Risk Institute compliance solution. We've seen how it helps organizations assess diagnostic statements, manage and reuse evidence, map controls across frameworks, and leverage automation and AI to streamline compliance efforts. With preloaded CRI content, live connections to policies, controls, and frameworks, and AI-assisted mapping and review, SmartSuite centralizes the entire compliance process in one auditable workspace. It turns CRI from a checklist exercise into a connected, data-driven program that enhances cybersecurity resilience and organizational accountability. Thank you for watching this demonstration. We'd be happy to provide a live session and show how SmartSuite's CRI solution can be tailored to your organization's specific methodology and regulatory needs.